Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? This podcast is sponsored by RSE Management Consulting, Inc. Richard has been my accountant for 5 years, and our relationship has grown into an incredible friendship. He now serves over 60 members in my business. The firm specializes in corporate tax, financial bookkeeping, and management advisory services for small and medium-sized businesses. His expertise is helping his clients manage the intricacies of tax law and teaching small and medium-sized businesses how to navigate the tough landscape of tax. If you want to hear more, you can go and listen to episode 203. I interviewed Richard on my podcast. The value that he has given to me over the last 5 years, to me, is truly priceless. He will work with you to create an action plan in order to organize your business finances, which in turn affects your personally. He will work with you to create an action plan in order to organize your business finances, which in turn affects you personally in so many amazing ways that you didn't even know. You can email him at reidelberg, REITELBERG at RSEMGTCON.com, or you can call him directly at his office, area code 631-623-2400. You can also visit RSEMGTCON.com to contact and learn more, and we will upload all this information to the show notes as well. Hello, my Level Up family. I hope you're all absolutely incredible. So I have not recorded in 2 weeks. So I feel like I'm missing all of you big time. So what happens is I cluster record when I know that I'm going to be traveling. So for you, we never miss a beat because the podcast drops every single week. But for me, it's been a few weeks. So I wanted to tell you where I was. I was in Mexico, in Cancun, on a 5-star trip that I earned with my company. And then I came back, and 2 days later, I was at my home in Palm Beach. So what happened is I sat down yesterday to jot a few notes down for this podcast. So I had a topic planned for this episode. And then, you know what? I decided to do that topic in a few weeks because I really want to talk about earning incentive trips, like earning incentive trips, traveling, expanding your mind, pushing yourself. So if you are building a business that you have the opportunity to earn a trip, the goal for this is that it's going to inspire you to earn it. So often it'll be like, you know what, that's out of my reach, or that's not for most people, or I don't even want to like attempt to that because I don't want to let myself down. Why are you here? Like, you're here to level up, and leveling up is about pushing yourself to be your very best. So I have earned about, possibly more, 50 trips with my company over the last 17 years. And even after the trips, it doesn't become easy. If anything, it becomes more challenging because you're now compounding and you're doing it again. But then on the flip side, like, they're never taken for granted. It's never like, oh, I've been on so many trips that I can't even appreciate it. Like, I look forward to them like it's Christmas morning. My heart is overflowing with vision. It's overflowing with gratitude. So what I'm going to be talking about today is like what these trips have done for me and why they are so important. And you can connect them to your life or your profession. So if you're not in a company that offers incentive trips, I'm sure there's some sort of a challenge. Maybe it's a bonus. Maybe it's a promotion, something that's really going to like stir you up and kind of force you out of your comfort zone if you decide to go for it, because you always have that choice to be average. You always have that choice to stay a little bit comfortable, because we don't really like sometimes to be uncomfortable, but I also don't really like to stay where I am, right? So incentive trips are a challenge. Most people don't earn them. So if you look at the amount of people in any company, right, Most don't. So it's like anything in life. So who's earning these trips? It's the ones who are doing more. It's the ones who believe more. They work more. They achieve more. They challenge you. An incentive in general, whether it's in business, wherever it is, it's to push you beyond average. That's why it's a challenge. The incentive is to incentivize you to move more. Like they separate you. So the incentives separate you from the rest. You're doing this, right? You get in the company of the top performers. So the ones that are earning it, right? They're the top performers, whether it's overall for that season. They raise your vision. Trips and incentives raise your vision of what's possible. Like I could remember taking my family on their very first trip. It was like incredible. We were traveling 5-star. And you know what? It wasn't just the trip, but I was showing up different because I was so proud. And I love to look at the faces of my family. They build habits. To earn incentives, you must develop habits. It's not like, you know what, woohoo, I'm going to earn it. And I'm going to make a vision board and I'm going to put the picture up there and I'm going to talk about it for 3 weeks and then I'm going to be like squirrel. And I'm going to be no. You want to earn these trips. You have to develop the habits of what it takes. They raise your bar. Incentives raise your bar. Challenges raise your bar. So we're not talking about the trip is a byproduct of all this stuff, right? I'm talking about now why it's so important. They reward your family, right? Who are you taking? Is it your significant other? Is it your children? Is it your parents? Is it your friend? Whatever. They're rewarding them because anything worthwhile takes sacrifices. And that was talked about on one of my last podcasts. Like you want to earn an incentive trip, you're sacrificing time. You are. You're putting in the effort. You're outworking the people around you. Okay. Maybe you're sacrificing Netflix. Maybe you're sacrificing scrolling. Maybe you're sacrificing hanging out with people that talk about problems and obstacles, right? And now you're going to be putting your head down. Incentives, they create memories. Incentive trips create memories. They keep you out of your comfort zone. So every time you're going for something, yeah, it's uncomfortable. And for a lot of people, being uncomfortable doesn't feel good. But to me, that feels so much better than being in your comfort zone and not growing and excelling and doing your best. When you're going for these trips, it keeps you always having a goal, right? I love to say, but so-and-so didn't earn it and this one didn't earn it. Like, is that what you're focusing on? Enjoy yourself. I could go find you thousands of people that are not raising the bar or choosing to stay where they are, or they're not interested, whatever the reason may be. But if you're here to level up, always having a goal is really important. When you're going for these incentives, it keeps you in growth mode. I'm growing. It's not like, oh, I hit a goal. I've arrived. I'm going to celebrate it on social media. Woohoo! And then all of a sudden, what? Then what? Like when you're constantly going for things, it keeps you in that growth mode. Earning a trip is good, but doing it over and over and over again, that's leadership. And these trips, let's talk about what it is too. They allow you to see the world. Most people, and you are not most people, see the trip as an incentive. Like I love when people say, I'm not available that week. Really? So you're going to give up the growth opportunity, the opportunity to grow your business, grow your mindset, grow your habits, grow your network, grow your earnings because you're not available that week? I mean, they just see the trip as the incentive. So if they're not available and it doesn't work for them, they're not going to go for it, right? And maybe it's not a trip. It's any incentive for that matter. And also they focus on the work that it'll take. Oh my gosh, it's going to take work. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take this. It's going to take that. And all of a sudden they're exhausted by the time they're thinking about it, right? They might look at it and they can allow the number needed or the sales required or the effort that it's going to take to overwhelm their minds. They think things like, well, what if I put in all that effort and then I don't earn it? You're still going to be in a better spot than you are today, right? And then you have people that they start out strong, just like I talked about. They're going to make vision boards. They're going to make declarations. They're going to be so excited. They're going to get beautiful pictures. But then if they don't see immediate results, you know what happens to average? They slowly stop mentioning it. So friends, you know why I'm here? I'm here because I'm calling on your greatness. That's my role in this world. You're made for more and it's time to expand. I'm committing with you. The rest of my life will be the best of my life. So I went on this trip. I came home different. And that's the idea. Change is the only constant. We want to be different. We want to change. We want to evolve. We want to be challenged. I came back with a new level of commitment to excellence, not just to my business, but actually to myself. I'm entering a new era of my life and I'm really, really pumped about it. So I earned this past trip and I took my daughter Bailey. So she is one of my youngest. I have twins that are 18 years old, and it was just Bailey and I, and we always have the best time together. I'm a mom of 4. And so my number one love is having all of my kids together, like having them all together. But I also value the alone time with each. And Bailey's so amazing and she's so patient. And when I go on these trips, my number one focus, of course, is, my kids. But the second is the earners that are there. Like I'm so blessed to be a top earner in my company. And I'm so honored to meet the new leaders and answer questions and get to know people. I'm there as an earner, but my bigger focus is serving. I go to serve, but what always ends up happening in anything in life, when you go to give, you end up getting so fulfilled by others. So I want to talk to you for a minute about my first day. So my first day I got there, I met a leader in my company that I did not know. She knew me, but I had yet to have the privilege of knowing her. And so I was sitting on the beach with my daughter, and I love to people watch. I love to watch the way people interact. I love to watch how they show up. I love to watch the energy they have. It really tells me so much. Leadership and excellence is so much more than the work that we put in. It's so much about the work we put into ourselves. And that is what attracts people to us on a professional level and also a personal level. So I'm watching this beautiful leader that's there with her 2 children, and she's so happy. She's smiling. She's playing in the water with her 2 children. And I have to be like really honest. I'm thinking her body can stop a truck. Like she has the most beautiful figure that I have ever seen. Like literally perfect. And next, my daughter Bailey asked me to go swimming. Friends, I'm going to be really vulnerable here. Okay. I didn't feel comfortable getting up in my bikini and walking into the water next to this woman. In fact, I don't know. I feel like I would have rather have shaved my eyebrows than do this. Now, we say don't compare. I get it. But sometimes, we have to be reminded of our own words. But my ass did not want to get up. Now, I really want to put things into perspective. I'm a thin person, right? So I don't want people to be like, who do you think you are? I'm very grateful for my body. Okay. I am healthy. I'm 51 years old. I wear between a 2 and a 4 in clothes. However, okay, in that moment, I realized, oh gosh, when did I give up good for great? When did I begin justifying that at 51, I very uncomfortably, at that point, I got up, I went in the water with my daughter, and I began to talk to Cass. Okay. Her name is Cass. And we spent an hour together just talking. And she was very kind with her words about my podcast, what it has done for her business without even knowing me personally, which always makes me feel so grateful. It also gives me that fire to continue to do what I do. But anyway, here is my point. This was day 1 of a trip. I met a new friend, which I now talk to daily. She sends me workouts and she makes me crawl to the toilet. Like I have to actually hold on to the toilet paper rack because the back of my butt and my thighs hurt so bad. My entire body hurts. She holds me accountable, and I'm entering into the best health era of my life. And I'm declaring now that a year from now, I am going to be lean, strong, my healthiest, and like badass sexy. And she reminded me of what I am capable of. So these are the type of encounters that you can't plan for. I couldn't plan for that. But when we go on trips, we don't know who we're going to meet to serve. We don't know who's going to pour into us. And we don't know, both of us have been saying this, like God connected us for many, many different reasons. But I believe when she walked past me, it wasn't so I could be envious, because we're not jealous. I'm not envious. And we also say don't compare. But I'm also that one that says find somebody who's building a business better than you and get in their surroundings, right? Find somebody with a bigger vision than you and hang out with them. Well, I found somebody with a better body than mine. And I want to know every single thing she does. And, one time she left me a voice text and says, let me know if you want to alter anything. I text her back and I go, Cass, I'm not going to alter anything. When you tell me to do this, in fact, one of the things she told me is in my business, I sell these incredible protein shakes and if you want to know more about them, message me. Okay. And so I drink them all the time and I love them, but I don't drink or eat anything at 8:00 at night. I do not. Like, even if I'm starving, I go to bed. And she's like, drink a shake. I'm like, it's 8:30. Like, I already ate. I already hit my button for the night. Like, I don't eat for the next 16 hours. And she's like, do you trust me? So long story short, every single night I've been drinking a protein shake. So I will keep you guys up to date on my process. Okay. But when we earn trips, we don't know the lives that we're going to touch. And I know that story even seemed like really off the beaten path, but she changed my life on this trip. And really, so my point was, when she walked past me, to me, it was a preview. When you see somebody drive by in a car you want, or have a business that you want, or earning an income that you want, it's not there to rub it in your face. It's there to let you know it's there for you. It's there for you. We can all have exactly what it is that we want. And so people go tell me all the time, you look good, you're fine, you're thin. But you guys, are we happy with good enough? Somebody could tell you you earn enough, your business is big enough. What does that mean? Then we're not pushing ourselves. We're not evolving. We're not growing. We're not stretching. So her walking by called me out in a really, and I'm so grateful that I have the wisdom and the leadership to recognize what it was. It wasn't to make me feel bad. It was for me to level up. So when we earn these trips, we don't know the lives that we're going to touch, the friendships that we're going to build, and the new goals that we're going to set. And the key is to earn the trips to get you in the circles of the leaders who are also striving for excellence. So the rest of the trip, I had the most amazing quality time with leaders like on my team that earned this trip, and time together that we don't normally have. So when you have time that you really get to know people, right? So when I'm sitting on the beach and I'm not there at home with my laundry and my dishes and my kids and my house and my business and my team and my podcast, I don't record. Just like I said at the beginning, I didn't record for 2 weeks. I was totally present on that trip. So you really get to know people. Like, I don't just want to talk surface level. I want to get to know their dreams. I want to see how they are in real life. I can see their love. I can see their confidence. I could feel their energy. I could feel their level of belief. I get to know their heart. I can also see their blind spots. And the time with leaders is my favorite part. And as you earn trips, you have the opportunity to be around others that lift you up. So my friends, whatever you do in life, go for the incentives, earn the trips, earn the challenges, like decide it. Like, you can decide it. You can put fear aside. You can put your insecurities aside, and you could listen to God's word over your life and your potential and know that you're limitless. You can declare, like, tell your family, keep your goal in front of your face all the time. When you feel like you're far off, go to work, lean in, work harder, apply effort, and have complete and unwavering faith until the deadline. Then do it again. When we don't go for it, we settle. We talk ourselves out of our greatness. We make excuses. We justify. We look around and we feel better if other people don't earn it. Like, that's like my favorite. Not really. Okay. Like, this person didn't earn it. That person didn't earn it. So many people didn't earn it. Really? Why aren't you calling me up and saying, but this one earned it, that one earned it? Because what we focus on expands. Do you want a good excuse, or do you want a good success story? Because if you're looking at the people that didn't earn the trip and you're able to justify your way to average, enjoy it. Okay. We start to justify saying it was hard. It's a challenge. It's an incentive. It is not there to be easy. It isn't offered so most people earn it. It's there so you have the ability to push yourself and stretch. So ask yourself these questions. Look around. Are you hanging out with people who are earning these trips? Are you focused on the trips? Are you working towards the trips? Earning these trips takes leveling up your network. They require leveling up your mindset, because whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And I can tell you this, even like my commitment to exercise, because I'm all good about eating, right? And I know that it's 80% eating and 20% exercise. But if I want to tone up, I don't want to be part of the I look better with my clothes on club. I'm telling you, a year from now, I'm going to wear a bathing suit and I'm going to be jogging around the next incentive trip. But if this is my goal, I can't be spending time with people who are just eating, drinking, not caring. I want to be around people who are going to be like, put that down. Are you eating that? Is that getting you the body, the health? Like, I want to be called on my nonsense and pushed to my greatness. Okay. Then we'll go back to these trips. My family, my children have grown up on these trips. So when I think of like the gratitude in my heart over the last 17 years and the trips I've earned with my company, I've earned Australia. I've been to Italy. I've been to Greece. I've been to Paris. I've been to the French Riviera. I've been to Monaco. I've been to Asia. I've been to the United Kingdom. I've earned Maui 17 times, Vegas 17 times, and more Caribbean vacations that I can count. And I'm not sharing that to impress you. I'm sharing that to impress upon you. Like, gosh, that would have been a lot of money. But instead, I got to put in a lot of effort and experience these trips with my family. I want to see the world. I want to push my potential. I want to be around people who push their potential. I want to be around people who push me to be more. I want to be around people who push me to excellence. I want to build memories. I want to build relationships. I don't want to be good. I don't want to be average. And I'm never again going on a trip with any of my kids not wanting to walk in the water. Like, I want to run in. Success comes from being all in. So the water, me not wanting to walk to the water, is a metaphor for me not being all in. Like, I'm not slithering into the water. I'm not dipping one toe in the water. Success requires running in, leaping, getting fully immersed and soaking wet. Each trip is a gift. Each trip is a learning experience. Each trip, I've developed friendships that last a lifetime. Each trip, my vision grows. Each trip, my belief is stronger. And you want to know the best part? I can teach others how to earn these trips. So on a different note, honestly, I can teach you how to be with me. So if you're in a profession that doesn't have incentive trips, or if you're looking for more, reach out to me and we'll talk about it, because I am always looking to work with leaders. So in earning incentives, are you all in with me? Are you committing to incentives? And I'm going to give you 3 more reasons to earn incentive trips. 1, the person you become in the process. Success is a journey. The trip may be the destination, but the new you that emerges on the way to the trip is the real gift. And we cannot grow by remaining who we are. Number 2, people follow commitment. If you want to build, if your goal is to develop leaders, if you want to build a big, massive business, get out of your comfort zone and show the world how it's done. People are watching you. They see you go for things. They also see you not go for things. Energy has a smell. It has a feeling. You know a leader on a mission. You can see and feel a leader that is committed to their goal. It's inspiring to be around. You can see when someone is committed to excellence. Number 3, you become evidence of what is possible. You cannot teach excellence until you develop it. Leaders want to be relatable, but at the same time, stay ahead. Keep the pace, become more. Leadership is influence. Incentive trips give us the opportunity to grow. Moments are priceless. The journey is priceless. Your future is worth it. If you want more, it's time to be more. Go for the trips. Go for the next level. Be on the beach with the movers and the shakers. Be around people that force you to level up. Remember, if you're the largest fish in the room, you're in the wrong room. Earning trips isn't easy, but watching others go on them and you stay back because you didn't go for it, that's not easy either. So choose your pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So often we're afraid of the work it will take to achieve a goal. Be more afraid of being in the same place a year from now. The time is going to pass anyway. Make every single moment count, because life is about building moments and memories that take your breath away. So I love you all. I am so grateful that you are here.